Hello, hello. This is Lewd Dolphin for another installment of Sentinels of the Multiverse weekly one-shot. Let's just get right into it this time. Gotta catch 'em all. I wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was. I traveled across the land, searching far and wide, trying to teach them to understand the power that's inside. I know it is my destiny. You are my best friends in this world we must defend. Our courage will pull us through to battle, and may we catch them all. Okay. So it's interesting. There isn't a note here about the issues needed, or the DLC needed, but this is Grand Warlord Voss Standard versus Captain Cosmic Unity, Legacy, and Haka in the final Wasteland. So I kind of feel like this is going to be a Savage Mana game. I think that the point of this game is going to be to just put everything under Savage Mana. That's my guess. But I don't really know. Let's get started. Cower before the might of the Thorathian conquering fleet. Your evil-doing days are numbered, no matter how dangerous you are. Have at them, allies! Alright, so Grand Warlord Voss. On this side, at the start of the game, he enters play. Cards are revealed from the top of the villain deck until 4 minions are revealed and put into play. The other revealed cards are returned to the villain deck, which is shuffled. At the start of the villain turn, if there are no minions in play, Grand Warlord Voss flips. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 10 or more... Interesting. I didn't even notice there's a typo there. The word "the" should be there. If there are 10 or more minions in play, the planet has been overrun by the Thorathian army. Game over. Reduce damage to Grand Warlord Voss by 2 for each minion in play. So he gets damage reduction for each minion in play on this side. Actually, on both sides, he gets the damage reduction. On this side, it's 2. On his flip side, he flips back if there are 2 or more minions in play, but you reduce damage to Grand Warlord Voss by 1 for each one in play. At the end of the villain turn, Grand Warlord Voss deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 energy damage, and the hero target with the lowest HP 2 fire damage. So it's easier to hit him on this side, but he also retaliates. Captain Cosmic, remember his base power, reveal the top card of your deck, put it into play or into your hand. He starts with a conservation of energy to destroy any number of constructs to let him draw or play cards equal to the number of cards destroyed this way plus 1. So you can only draw or play, but you get a lot of possibilities there. A Cosmic Crust, that makes Captain Cosmic and all of his constructs immune to energy damage. A Destructive Response, the first time a construct card is destroyed each turn, Captain Cosmic may deal to 3 targets 1 energy damage each. And a Potent Disruption, to destroy 1 construct, and if you do, Captain Cosmic deals 1 target energy damage equal to the HP of the destroyed construct plus 1. Unity, whose power is to destroy an equipment card, if you do, put a mechanical golem from hand into play, has a modular workbench with the alternate power of putting a mechanical golem into play if you discard a card. A Robot Reclamation that lets you move up to 5 golems from your trash to the top of your deck and then draw a card. You can use this just to draw a card, but usually we want to use this to get golems back from the trash. A Swift Bot. It's a mechanical golem, so it cannot be played during her play phase, but it lets her play an additional card during her play phase and draw an additional card during her draw phase. And a Turret Bot. Another mechanical golem at the start of her turn. This card deals 1 target 3 projectile damage. Legacy, whose base power, until the start of your next turn, increase damage dealt by hero targets by 1, has 2 Backfist Strikes to deal 1 target 4 melee damage. And an Inspiring Presence, when his card enters play, each hero target regains 1 HP, increase damage dealt by hero targets by 1. And a Motivational Charge, to comprise the power of Legacy dealing 1 target 2 melee damage, and each hero target regains 1 HP. And Haka, whose base power is Crush. Haka deals 1 target 2 melee damage. Has an Enduring Intercession to redirect any damage that will be dealt to a hero target by an environment card to Haka. A Ground Pound to force non-hero cards to not deal damage, but Haka has to discard 2 cards to fund it, and at the start of his turn this card gets destroyed, so it's 1 round of the non-hero cards not dealing damage. A Haka Restoration to draw 2 cards and then discard 1 or more, and Haka regains HP equal to the number of cards discarded this way. And the Savage Mana. Whenever Haka destroys the target, you may put that card beneath this card. Power. Destroy all cards beneath this card. Haka deals one target X toxic damage, where X is the number of cards destroyed this way, times 2. So there's the Savage Mana. And that could be the play we do, because the other cards don't really seem too good. Legacy's Inspiring Presence is great, because it stacks with this Galvanized, increased damage dealt by hero targets by 2. But you might want to save this for when hero targets could regain HP. Unity would probably have to either destroy the modular workbench to get the bot into play, or to use the modular workbench to discard a card to put a bot into play. And Captain Cosmic, if he wants to get a construct, it's going to be Cosmic Crust, and I'm not sure. There are some cards in Voss's deck that deal energy damage, but let's see what he does. So he plays 4 minions. The first is the Gene-bound Bionaut. This card is immune to toxic damage. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP 2 toxic damage. Gene-bound Firesworn. This card is immune to fire damage. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 fire damage. A Gene-bound Shock Infantry. This card is immune to lightning damage. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 lightning damage. If you have not played Voss before, I'm sure you can sense the theme here. And another Gene-bound Firesworn. And Field Lieutenant Tamar comes out. Reduced damage dealt to Thorathians and minions by 1, which is basically all villain targets except for the ships that he could play. So Gene-bound Bionaut goes after Unity, Gene-bound Firesworn goes after Unity. Gene-bound Shock Infantry and the Gene-bound Firesworn are both going to act, so whoever takes this hit is not going to take the next hit. I think we'll hit Legacy with this. Because then, I guess it's just a better spread of damage, because Legacy was already at max HP. Alright, so none of these cards deal energy damage, so Cosmic Crest isn't really useful right now. But Conservation of Energy and Potent Disruption require constructs to be destroyed if you wish to play them, and there are none in play. Rather, I shouldn't say Conservation of Energy requires it, because you could play this card, destroy 0 constructs, and then draw 1 card, or play 1 card, but if you're going to play a card, you might as well play that card. You could use this just to draw 1 card. Potent Disruption forces a construct to be destroyed in order for anything to happen. Destructive Response requires the construct to be destroyed in order for this to happen. And we don't really have a construct in play. But I might put this into play just to have it. And then we have the top card of Cosmic's deck to worry about. So I'm going to put the Destructive Response out because that's the only one that seems like it would have any action. And then we'll reveal the top card of my deck. It's a Harsh Offense. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Captain Cosmic deals 1 target X energy damage, where X is the number of construct cards revealed this way times 2. Discard all cards revealed this way. So if I put this in my hand, it will be in my hand, and then I draw the next card. Or I play this, discard the top 3 cards, and deal damage equal to twice the number of constructs revealed. We have to hit the minions in order to be able to hit Voss. I can't hit Voss with this damage even if I reveal 3 minions, but I could get out 1 of them. If I reveal 3 constructs, I can get Field Lieutenant Tamar out right away. Yeah, we'll play this. Reveal Energy Bracer, Cosmic Weapon, and Dynamic Siphon. Those are 3 constructs, so I can take out Field Lieutenant Tamar. So since I can, I might as well go for it. Because once he's taken out, he doesn't come back. There are more of them in the deck. We draw a second Cosmic Crest. So the constructs we discarded were good ones. Dynamic Siphon, whenever this card is dealt damage, that hero may use a power. Cosmic Weapon, play this card next to a hero character card. That hero gains the power to deal 1 target 3 energy damage. And an Energy Bracer to reduce damage dealt to that hero character card by 1. I can't get them back from my trash just yet, but if I can get them into play, that would be nice. Alright, so the question for Unity, do I want to get a bot into play? Because neither Swiftbot nor Turretbot are going to hit a minion. On the other hand, Swiftbot would let Unity draw 2 cards, and then on her next turn she could play 2 cards. So I think I'm going to put out the modular workbench. And I could use it to get Swiftbot into play and keep the modular workbench, but I think I'm going to destroy it in hopes of drawing some other means of putting bots into play. So we'll put out the Swiftbot. We draw a champion bot. Increase damage dealt by Unity and mechanical golems by 1. So not useful by itself, but it does aid the other golems. And a Flash Forge. Discard any number of cards, search your deck for X mechanical golems and or equipment cards, and put them into your hand, where X is the number of cards you discarded. Shuffle your deck. So that card chains well with Swiftbot, because you could search your deck for a construction pylon and 2 mechanical golems, and then you can put them into play immediately. Alright, so I think that we want to take out the Gene-bound Bionaut, because he's going to now target Swiftbot. And then between the Gene-bound Fire Swarms and the Gene-bound Shock Infantry, the Shock Infantry deals more damage, so we should take out the Shock Infantry second. Haka, if we put out Savage Mana, well, Savage Mana coupled with Galvanize, his base power will take out one of them. I could Inspiring Presence, but I wouldn't be able to take out 2 of them this turn. So Backfist Strike would take out one of them, and then Crush with Galvanize would take out the other one. So I might hold off on the Inspiring Presence, especially because Captain Cosmic is at max HP. And is Unity? No, Unity and Haka and Legacy are not. And Swiftbot obviously is at max HP since we just put her into play. So we're going to Backfist Strike. And I think we're going to put the Bionaut under Savage Mana so that when it comes out, it doesn't start... So if you've never played Voss before, there is a little concern here, because Voss has 3 copies of Forced Deployment. It's an ongoing card. And if he plays on his play phase, then there's 1 round, and then we get to the start of Voss's turn, and at the start of the villain turn, destroy this card. The issue is, when this card is destroyed, take all of the minion cards from the villain trash and put them into play. So what all the minions that we worked so hard to destroy in this game end up being put back into play. There are several ways of trying to get around this. Visionary is a good one, because she could play the card Suggestion and suggest the minion to the bottom of Voss's deck, and therefore it's back in the deck and can't be pulled out from Forced Deployment. And another good way of getting around that Forced Deployment is via Savage Mana, because if I destroy a minion and that minion goes underneath Savage Mana, it can't come back into play via Forced Deployment because it's not in the villain trash, it's under Savage Mana. So... And this environment, in fact, is a third source of getting around Forced Deployment because of the card Unforgiving Wasteland. Whenever a target would be destroyed by damage dealt by an environment card, remove that target from the game instead. And a card removed from a game is not in a trash, and so it can't come back by Forced Deployment. So we do have a few good options here, but if I'm going to put something under Savage Mana for the sake of it not coming back, I think that Gene-bound Bionaut is the one, because he always targets the hero target with the lowest HP. And any card that targets the hero target with the lowest HP makes it lowester. Like, if you're the lowest HP hero and you take damage, then you're still the lowest HP hero, but more so. Whereas if you're the highest HP hero and you take damage, you might not be the highest HP hero anymore. The highest HP hero could change, but the lowest HP hero just gets even more low. So the Gene-bound Bionaut is more of the danger than the Gene-bound Shock Infantry, so I think we'll Backfist Strike the Gene-bound Shock Infantry, since this won't be put under Savage Mana, since it's destroyed by Legacy, as well as Savage Mana is not in play. And now I can Galvanize to increase damage dealt by hero targets by 1 for 1 round. And we draw a Surge of Strength, increase damage dealt by Legacy by 1. So what this card does is sort of fixes a little flaw with Galvanize. Galvanize expires at the start of Legacy's turn, so on his play phase he doesn't get the benefit of Galvanize. But if Surge of Strength is in play, then he does get the benefit of Galvanize on his play phase, because Surge of Strength replaces it. But I don't know that we're going to put that out just yet. But now we can Savage Mana, and I can use it to take out the Gene-bound Bionaut. So this hits him for exactly 3 damage, and now I have the choice of putting Gene-bound Bionaut beneath Savage Mana, which will say yes, and we draw a Taiaha. This is a great card. with Savage Mana out. This provides Haka with the power of dealing up to 2 targets 3 melee damage each. So it could take out both of the Firesworns in the next turn. And the Ancient Library comes out. At the start of a hero's turn, that hero's player may draw 2 cards. If they do, play the top card of the environment deck. So we'll figure out if I want to do that later. Voss plays the Genebound Frosthound. This card is immune to cold damage. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals each hero target 2 cold damage. So this card is sort of strictly worse than the Firesworn, because the Firesworn only hits the hero target with the highest HP for 2 damage, whereas this card deals each hero target 2 damage. So that's probably a better candidate under Savage Mana than the Firesworn. But the Firesworn hits Haka and then Legacy, and then the Frosthound doesn't discriminate on hero targets, so it hits everything for 2, including the Swift bot. So here we are. So still no energy damage. So I'm at the start of Captain Cosmic's turn, so if I'm looking at my hand, if I don't have a card to play, I might want to take advantage of Ancient Library to draw 2 cards. We don't have a construct in play yet, so Conservation of Energy and Potent Disruption still not fully useful. If I had played Cosmic Crest, I could use Potent Disruption to destroy it and deal something for 3 energy damage, or I could have destroyed it with Conservation of Energy to draw 2 cards. But instead I played Destructive Response in hopes of being able to get a construct from his power, which didn't happen. So do I want to draw 2 cards? So let's take a look at the other heroes. I think this card is sort of dangerous because this could give the environment way more cards than you can deal with, but if there isn't a card to play, you might be more willing to let the environment play 1 card. In fact, if Cosmic lets the environment play a card, we still have his turn and the other 3 heroes to think about what to do with that card. Unity might benefit from the card draws too, though. Like, I was thinking of Flash Forging and discarding maybe those 3 cards to get a Construction Pylon and 2 bots that I would like to use. But I don't know if I want to do that. This would be a good turn for Inspiring Presence from Legacy. And this is a good turn for Taiaha with Savage Mana. We could take out 2 of the minions with it. So the question is, do I want Cosmic and or Unity to use the Ancient Library's power? And if so, I would need to sort of make sure that if the environment plays something, that either I keep its effects in mind or destroy it before it can have effects. I don't think any of the environment cards deal energy damage. Nope. So I don't know. I think I do want to get cards from Cosmic. So yes, we will draw 2 cards dangerously. We get a Construct Cataclysm. To destroy all Construct cards, Captain Cosmic either deals 1 target X irreducible energy damage, or deals up to X targets 3 energy damage each, where X is the number of Construct cards destroyed this way. It's a good way of getting out burst damage across several targets, or just really wailing on something with irreducible damage. This could be really potent if you destroy a lot of constructs. We still don't have any play, and we have a Vitality Conduit. Play this card next to a target. Whenever this card is dealt damage, that target regains 2 HP. The environment plays a Khan's Bunker. At the end of the environment turn, each hero target regains 1 HP. At the start of the environment turn, either destroy this card or play the top card of the environment deck. So this does provide for HP recovery on the hero side, but since it came into play outside of the environment turn, we'll have to make the decision whether to keep the card or play the top card of the environment deck. So the Vitality Conduit would be one that has a use, because Cosmic Crust is reliant on energy damage being dealt. However, I just realized that on the flip side, at the end of the villain turn, Grand Warlord Voss deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 energy damage. And Haka is the highest currently, but it's possible for Cosmic to be the highest, and if Cosmic is the highest and we have the Cosmic Crest in play, then Voss will go after Cosmic and fail to hit him. The flip side is that he will hit the lowest for 2, and that's probably going to be a Construct or a Mechanical Golem. So... And we are going to get him to flip this turn, I'm pretty sure. Because we can Taiaha 2 of those minions. And Legacy can't do it, but maybe Unity can. So let's see. Let's put the Cosmic Crest in play. It does have a use after all. And if it gets destroyed, at least Destructive Response will go off. Cosmic Crest's power, up to 3 construct cards regain 2 HP each. There's only 1 construct and it's at max HP, so we're not going to use that. Let's use Fabrication. Top card of Captain Cosmic's deck is a Dynamic Siphon. Whenever this card is dealt damage, that hero may use a power. This would be great with Haka, because if I put this next to Haka and Voss tries to hit that construct, then Haka gets to use a power and could take out a minion that Voss had put into play. Let me draw another Construct Cataclysm. So, do I want to draw 3 cards? Or 2 cards? I don't think I need to. I need to be careful with what I put into play, however. I don't want to put a golem into play that is going to be the lowest HP, because I want to make sure the Dynamic Siphon is the lowest HP so that Voss hits it. So, I don't want to put B-Bot out. Or Cryobot is fine. Platform Bot is not fine. Raptor Bot's not fine. Stealth Bot is fine. And if I let the environment play a card, it could play something that would hit the lowest HP hero target, and then that could actually no, because these cards don't discriminate between heroes and villains. This is not environment. This is not environment. Actually no. If it's hitting non-environments, then yeah, non-environment with the highest. Yeah, it would be possible for a card to come out that would target a minion, but I think that might be a little risky. I think we want to be able to take it ourselves. Especially since we were planning on flipping Voss right away. Actually, I don't know if we can do that. Unless I play Backfist Strike again. Which I wasn't hoping to do. I mean, if I put out Cryobot, the environment could hit him, and then he would go off and hit everything for 3. Because it's 1, +1 from Galvanize, +1 from Inspiring Presence. So yeah, Cryobot is a good one. I don't think I need Champion Bot as much, because Legacy himself is providing a lot of the buffs. So I might replace Robot Reclamation with Construction Pylon, Champion Bot with Cryobot, and I'll keep Turret Bot out because he deals damage, although it's the start of Unity's turn. But he has the highest HP of all of the golems. I could get Stealth Bot out, but yeah, so I don't need to draw 2 cards. So first card play is Flash Forge. We'll lose the Champion Bot, we'll lose the Robot Reclamation, we'll stop, put a Construction Pylon in hand and a Cryobot in hand. And then I can play Construction Pylon. That was my second card play, granted by Swiftbot. Now I can use Construction Pylon to put these 2 golems into play. And now we draw 2 cards. Hasty Augmentation. 1 hero may use a power now. If that power deals damage, increase that damage by 2. And a Construction Pylon, but no mechanical golems. So next turn we might use Ancient Library for Unity to draw 2 cards in hopes of getting something she would want to use. But no, we're not going to let Legacy draw 2 cards because we're going to finally Inspiring Presence. Even though the mechanical golems and the constructs are at max HP, this does benefit the heroes. And then we can Galvanize to give us another damage boost. So now all of our damage is increased by 2. We draw Thok. And we don't need him to draw cards, so we'll play Taiaha, and then we'll use it to take out first the Frost Hound, because this one is strictly worse than the Firesworns. I guess it could go off and hit the Dynamic Siphon, but I don't need it. I don't want that. So no, and then we'll hit the Firesworn with this, and we'll put that under Savage Mana. And we draw a Dominion. Whenever an environment card is destroyed, you may draw a card. So now you have a decision about Khan's Bunker. If we destroy it, then we won't get an additional card play this turn. If we keep it in play, it's going to play a card, and it might act immediately if it has start of turn effects. But the only things with start of turn effects are the Abominable Snowman, which hits the second lowest, which is... Well, it could be that Dynamic Siphon, and then I could take out the minion. Because it would be the second lowest. Or the Mongolian Deathworm, which would actually hit Voss, as well as Haka, which isn't too bad. And frankly, I'm suspecting the next card is Unforgiving Wasteland, considering that the first two cards the environment played were not targets. So I'm willing to keep this in play, because this does give us HP. And yeah. So no, I will not destroy it. And as I thought, Unforgiving Wasteland. Whenever a target will be destroyed by damage dealt by an environment card, remove that target from the game instead. And then the actual card play was the Abominable Snowman. This card is immune to cold damage. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the non-environment target with the second lowest HP 2 cold damage and 2 melee damage. So now we do have to be careful with that, because if that does hit a construct or a mechanical golem and it destroys it, it will be removed from the game. But sadly, the environment didn't let us take out the Firesworn, so Voss isn't going to be flipping right away. But he does play the Gene-Bound Ion Lancer. This card is immune to energy damage. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP 2 energy damage. That is probably going to be a construct, because those are immune to energy, which is fine. But the Firesworn hits Ra? Not Ra, Haka. Haka, not Ra. I always used to confuse Ra and Haka, and I think that's coming out still. But the constructs are immune to energy damage thanks to the Cosmic Crust, so the Gene-Bound Ion Lancer isn't doing anything. But he is another guy that targets the lowest HP. Alright, so we still have the Vitality Conduit that we could put into play. We can't put the other Cosmic Crust in play because that's a limited card. And then the other cards are destruction effects. So I could actually destroy, I could destroy the Cosmic Crust with Conservation of Energy and play 2 cards, one of which is the Cosmic Crust, because Destructive Response would go off, and then Captain Cosmic could deal up to 3 targets 1 energy damage each. Plus 2, so it's 3 energy damage to 3 targets. But I think we still want Ra. God damn it. I still want Haka to take out the minions, because then they'd be under Savage Mana. The Abominable Snowman is an issue, however. Second lowest is... Once the minions are gone, if I don't get any other mechanical golem into play, it's going to be Cryobot. Which isn't that bad, because if he hits Cryobot twice, Cryobot will go off twice. And he deals 2 cold and 2 melee, and Cryobot is immune to cold, deals each non-hero target cold, and the Abominable Snowman is also immune to cold. So it will only hit Cryobot once, and it would hit Voss for 3, which isn't bad. So... No, I lied. Because that's actually going to be a construct. Whoops. Pay attention. Constructs are in play. Constructs are going to be the second lowest, unless I destroy one of them. So we probably do want to get rid of the Abominable Snowman. Because the only other alternative would be to try to have it target a minion, which doesn't seem wise. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure out what I would want Cosmic to play. I think the Vitality Conduit is a bit better, because then I could try to keep Cosmic highest. And if he's the highest, then he'll be the target of the energy damage. So I don't need to draw 2 cards. I will play the Vitality Conduit on Cosmic. Although he is still at max HP. Actually, he got to max HP via Inspiring Presence and Khan's Bunker. Real top card of my deck, it is a Conservation of Energy. Destroy any number of construct cards. May either draw X or play X, where X is the number of construct cards destroyed this way +1. I could put it into play just to play something else, although I don't have a better card at the moment. Other than, you know, getting these, destroying the Cosmic Crust to get the Cosmic Crust out, but then I still have these other one-shots that are destructive. I could put it into play to draw an additional card. But no, I'm just going to put it in my hand. I don't want to do this hijinks. I would prefer to save him up and we draw a destructive response. So we don't really have a good card play for Cosmic's next turn. Unity has a Construction Pylon and a Hasty Augmentation. Hasty Augmentation on Haka would let him take out a minion and reduce the Abominable Snowman by an amount, and then on his actual power phase he would be able to take out the Abominable Snowman and the Iron Lancer. Legacy doesn't really have a card he would want to play other than maybe Surge of Strength, and then he could play the one-shots the next turn with higher potency. Or he could just play them right now and be able to hit the Abominable Snowman for 5, which would put him down to 4, and then Haka would still take him out. The Turret Bot is going to go off, by the way. Turret Bot is going to do 3 plus 2, which is 5. So we'll take the Abominable Snowman down to 4. So no, I don't think I need to do that. In fact, I could just use Stock to take out the Abominable Snowman. The question is, do I want cards? Yeah, I think Unity wants cards, because these are not exciting options. Inspired Repair, to draw a card, play a card, each mechanical golem regains 3. And a Brainstorm, to draw 2 and deal up to 3 targets, 1 lightning each. And the Rat Beast comes out. Rat Beast isn't that bad, because it will target the second highest, which means the hero with the highest. We could take that. But we do need to worry about the Snowman. We don't want him to destroy our things, because Haka's pretty well set up to take out minions on his own. We don't need the environment to do this for us. So we'll hit the Snowman with the first hits. So I would want to get the Construction Pylon out, but I think I should Brainstorm first, because then I draw 2 cards. We get the B-Bot and another Brainstorm. So with B-Bot, it's a mechanical golem with 1 HP. But when the card is destroyed, which could happen by a hero destroying it, Unity deals 1 target 2 projectile damage, and he may destroy 1 ongoing or environment card. The thing to watch out for, or the thing to be careful of, rather, is that if B-Bot is removed from the game, it doesn't count as being destroyed. But the other thing that I was going to point out first, and then I said that instead, is that this team outside of Unity lacks ongoing or environment destruction. Cosmic doesn't have that, Legacy doesn't have that, Haka doesn't have that. So the only means of being able to destroy ongoing cards or environment cards, other than, you know, destroying the targets, is via Unity. In particular, the Unforgiving Wasteland, the only way to get rid of it is for B-Bot to destroy it. The ongoings in Voss's deck, the only ongoings he has are the forced deployments, which destroy themselves after 1 round, and we're not going to be too worried about them after we take out all the minions with Haka. But the Unforgiving Wasteland is the only card that we would really want to be careful of, especially if we're not worried about the environment destroying the minions. So yeah, if I get the B-Bot out, I would have to be able to hit it, or otherwise worry about the environment taking it out. So this is dealing up to 3 targets, 1 lightning each. So I don't want to hit the minions, because Haka's going to take them out. And I don't want to hit... I can't hit Voss, but I could wail on the Snowman and the Rat Beast. I can at least get the Snowman down to 1. So what is Haka going to play? We have a Dominion. Oh, we could Enduring Intercession and redirect all damage that would be dealt to the heroes to Haka. That might be a little nicer, although I would prefer to have Talmoko out. Enduring Intercession is a card that I've honestly not really used that much, because it says redirect any damage that would be dealt to a hero target by an environment card to Haka. So any damage, you don't have a choice in the matter, just redirect it to Haka, and that can be really dangerous if the environment starts doing a lot of damage to a lot of targets. But I'm more willing to weather the storm if I have a Talmoko out. But I could put out Enduring Intercession, and I don't really have to worry about the environment as much. I still haven't hit Voss, but I think I'm going to wait until, you know, because I think we should focus more on the minions. I'm sort of like having 20 trains of thought right now, so I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this brainstorm. I think we might as well just hit the environment cards, because those have to go eventually, even if it's by Raw. Haka is doing, not Raw, Jesus. Haka! And then let's stop dealing damage. So if I put out the construction pylon, I could put it out just to prepare myself for a future turn. I don't think there's equipment destruction in this deck. Let's double check. Because these all deal damage, deal damage, deal damage, deal damage, deal damage, play a top card, destroy one hero ongoing card, doesn't say equipment, and that doesn't destroy anything. So the only cards in Voss's deck that destroy hero cards are specifically hero ongoing cards. So I could put out the construction pylon. I don't have to use it. In fact, I shouldn't use it just to put B-Bot out. The other alternatives is hasty augmentation. And now I could use hasty augmentation to hit Rat Beast and Abominable Snowman, or I could do it on the minions, and then Legacy could hit Grand Warlord Voss. Or we could not worry about, we could just get the Surge of Strength out like I was originally thinking. It would lose damage. Hasty Augmentation would lose damage on Raw. Why am I doing this? This is the 5th time I've done it, and I'm aware of the fact that I'm confusing them. Now I think Hasty Augmentation, and I could take out the 2 minions right now, and then I could take out the 2 environments on Haka's turn, and that way he benefits from Dominion, and he could draw 2 more cards. I think that's a bit better. Because I would like to get them under Savage Mana. So Brainstorm would take out the Snowman and reduce the Rat Beast, but we would want them under Savage Mana. And Construction Pylon for B-Bot is a waste. Inspired Repair would let me draw a card and play a card, but I would like to save it for regaining my Golem's HPs. So yeah, we'll Hasty Augment Haka. Yeah, I did it right, and I was skeptical. To hit the minions. 7 damage. It's sort of a waste, but it's okay. And then we'll hit the other minion. The Ion Lancer isn't as bad as the... What was the other one that I destroyed that's underneath Savage Mana? The Bionaut, because it deals energy damage, and the constructs are immune to energy damage currently, so it's not as bad. And then... There are no equipments in play. Oh no, there's Taiaha, but I want to save Taiaha. We don't have a second copy of that, and we're relying on it to take out the environments. So we're not going to use Unity's power. And we draw a Supply Crate. This is a good card for Unity. When this card enters play, draw a card. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this card to draw 2 cards. So you draw a card if you play it, but you could later destroy it with Unity's power to get a Mechanical Golem into play. Or you can keep it in play, and then at the start of your turn you can destroy it, draw 2 cards, and have more options. And the second card draw is a Stealth Bot. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. Whenever a hero target will be dealt damage, you may redirect it to this card. Stealth Bot is pretty good for making sure that a card doesn't take damage that you wouldn't want to have take damage, but... And actually, it's going to be a great card, especially if the Horrid Skunk Ape comes out. Horrid Skunk Ape deals each target other than itself 1 melee damage. If I redirect all of that to Stealth Bot, it becomes 0 damage to Stealth Bot. But it will still hit the environments as well as Voss and minions. But I don't need him. I don't need Legacy to draw 2 cards. We'll get out the Surge of Strength for a future turn, and then we'll Galvanize. And we draw a Danger Sense. Legacy is immune to damage from environment cards, so that would be good to make sure, you know, if we can control the environment a little bit more, I could like keep various targets in play that I know are going to target Legacy. Haka does not need to draw 2 cards because we're going to play Dominion, and then we're going to use Taiaha to take out the 2 environment targets, which will let him draw 2 cards total. So there we go. So the order doesn't matter here. We'll put him under Savage Mana, and Dominion lets Haka draw Punish the Weak. Whenever Haka would deal damage to the non-hero target with the lowest HP, increase that damage by 1. Whenever Haka would damage any other target, reduce that damage by 1. So this can help with getting things under Savage Mana, especially if we get out a Rampage. But we have a lot of damage boosts. I probably don't need to play Punish the Weak. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Rat Beast. I could hit Ground Warlord Voss, but I might as well get as many environment targets under Savage Mana as I can. We now have 7 cards under Savage Mana. Or 6 cards. Did I miscount? Vitality Surge was drawn. Nope, it just went underneath now. That was a strange order of operations. Vitality Surge lets Haka regain 2 HP and draw a card, and then another Dominion. I could actually put this one in play, and then each environment target I would have Haka take out, or any other person for that matter, Haka would then draw 2 cards. The thing with Dominion is that it also interacts with Savage Mana. So if I use Savage Mana's power to destroy all cards under Savage Mana, that will destroy the environment cards under Savage Mana, and each environment card that gets destroyed would then let Haka draw a card. Alright, at the start of the environment turn, either destroy this card or play the top card of the environment deck. So what are the bad things that could come out? Oops. So if the Abominable Snowman comes out, this will hit the 2nd lowest, which is now a construct, and that would subsequently get destroyed. And then, therefore, removed from the game. Amphibious Chupacabra deals the non-environment target with the lowest HP 3 melee. It would act at the end of the environment turn, so it wouldn't act immediately, but then we still have another card play. That wouldn't take out a construct. Horrid Skunkcape would hit everything for 1. Which actually, we do have Dynamic Siphon now. And we do have Cryobot, so I could have it hit Cryobot. Cryobot would go off and hit this Horrid Skunkcape for 3. And then Dynamic Siphon would be hit, and then Taiaha would go off, and I could use that to take out the thing. The Horrid Skunkcape. But that acts at the end of the environment turn. Mongolian Deathworm. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals 2 targets other than itself with the highest HP. This would hit Voss, as well as either Cosmic or Legacy. New Jersey Devil. The 2 environment targets with the lowest HP, 3 fire each, would not take out constructs, unless it's paired with something else, and then this is also the highest. I don't think I need the HP. Because Cosmic's at max, right? Yeah, he's at max. The other heroes aren't at max. But I think I'm going to go ahead and destroy it just to be safe. Because the only thing that would destroy constructs for sure are things that act at the start of the environment turn, and if they play immediately, then I can't do anything about it. So yeah, let's destroy Khan's bunker. He'll probably come back into play later, and in fact, if we take every environment target and put it under Savage Mana, then I could safely draw 2 cards each turn, as well as keep Khan's bunker in play and have each hero target regain 1 HP. But Khan's bunker is destroyed, which lets Haka draw a card via Dominion, and that card was the 2nd Taiaha. And the Amphibious Chupacabra was what was on top, so this is going to hit the non-environment target with the lowest for 3 melee. So this is going to mess up Voss a bit. So we have to choose between Cosmic Crest, Dynamic Siphon, or Vitality Conduit. Vitality Conduit would not let Cosmic regain HP because he's already at max. Dynamic Siphon would let Haka act immediately, but we can't take out the Chupacabra currently. We only have 2+1s, right? If I had Punish the Weak out, I actually could hit and take out the Chupacabra right now. But this is it would already go off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Cosmic Crust. I mean, so Voss will flip, and then we'll play a card, and then he'll try to hit Cosmic because he is highest currently for energy, but he's immune, and then the lowest would then be destroyed. I think I'm willing to hit the Cosmic Crust because I have another copy of it, and I don't really have any other card I'm willing to play for him. So we'll hit the Cosmic Crust with this. It doesn't have an effect right now, but it's fine. So Voss is flipped, and he plays the Quark Drive Translocator. The first time a minion enters play each turn, play the top card of the villain deck. But this is not a minion, so Voss is not going to have damage reduction, so that's nice. We'll hit Cosmic with this, because he's immune to it. And then he destroys the Cosmic Crust, but now Destructive Response goes off. And now I can hit up to 3 targets for 1 energy, increased by 2 thanks to Legacy, and I can hit all of these things, so I will. We finally hit Voss for the first time, but now I can hit the other things and get them ready for Taiaha, or rather Savage Mana. So Cosmic is no longer immune to energy damage. Do I want to draw out 2 cards? No, I have a card I want to play, so we'll play the Cosmic Crust. He's now immune to energy damage. And I don't need constructs to regain HP, so instead I'll reveal the top card of my deck. That card is an Autonomous Blade. Play this card next to a hero target. The first time that target deals damage each turn, this card deals 1 target 2 energy damage. Of these 4 heroes, the one hero that's consistently dealing damage is Haka, and in fact Haka is capable of dealing damage outside of his turn thanks to Dynamic Siphon, so this will go into play next to Haka. And we draw a Wounding Buffer. Play this card next to a hero character card. The first time that hero character card is dealt damage by a target each turn, this card deals the source of that damage 2 energy damage. Alright. So another dilemma here. If I draw 2 cards, then we play another card from the environment deck, but we know that Haka wants to Savage Mana the Device and the Cryptid. Specifically the Quark Drive Translocator and the Amphibious Chupacabra. So if I play another card, then Haka probably won't be able to take out both of them. Do we have a one-shot that deals damage? No, he doesn't. I could Ground Pound at some point. And then I don't have to worry about environment cards coming out. But I think I don't really need cards, because I think what I'm going to play is Supply Crate to draw a card. And then I could Construction Pylon, or if that card does something different that might be better, I could consider it. Or I could also Inspired Repair to cycle, draw a card, play a card, and then the HP recovery is mute. But I think I do want to get Stealth Bot out. And with B-Bot and Stealth Bot out, I can at least help ensure that the environment doesn't destroy something. Which I think is fine. And with B-Bot out, at some point we can hit B-Bot, maybe with like Brainstorm on a future turn, or via Destructive Response, if another construct gets destroyed. And that way I could destroy the Unforgiving Wasteland, because it's not doing me any favors. So no, I don't need to draw 2 cards. So Turret Bot should hit the Translocator, I think. Because the alternative is for Backfist Strike to hit the Translocator, but I think if I'm going to Backfist Strike, I would rather that hit Voss. But I don't know what I'm going to do there just yet. So yeah, we'll hit the Translocator just to make sure that it could be Savage Mana'd. And now... So now I'm my first of 2 card plays. So I'll play the Supply Crate. It enters play, so I draw a card. That card is Inspired Repair. So yeah, I think I'm going to put the construction pylon out, and I'm going to use it to put out the B-bot and the stealth bot. And now I draw 2 cards. We get another B-bot and a powered shockwave. This is a nice one. Unity deals each villain target X lightning damage, where X is the number of mechanical golems in play plus 1. There are currently 5 golems in play. 5 plus 1 is 6, but this is increased by 2 thanks to Legacy. So if I play this on the next turn and these golems are still in play, then Unity deals each villain target 8 lightning damage. Which would probably hit, like, you know, the other things. I don't think Legacy needs to draw cards. So Backfist Strike would be more offensive. Thok would be slightly less offensive, but I get to draw another card. Danger Sense would make sure that the environment wouldn't hit Legacy. And Legacy could be second highest HP for some reason. Motivational Charge would be a preparatory thing. If Legacy ever does draw the Legacy Ring, which might not happen, I could use the Legacy Ring to let Legacy use Galvanized followed by Motivational Charge. So that Motivational Charge with Galvanized, Inspiring Presence, and Surge of Strength would then deal 5 melee damage to one target, and then each hero target regains 1 HP. I like that. The issue is I need to get a Legacy Ring, and there are... Oh, it's the Legacy Ring. I'm looking for Legacy Ring after lead from the front, and it's not there, but it's the Legacy Ring. There are 2 copies of it in my deck, so I might not be drawing it. It might be both on the bottom of Legacy's deck, just because let's make this game harder for some reason. But I think I'm going to Motivational Charge. I'm not going to use it, though. It's at least another ongoing card, so that if I'm forced to destroy an ongoing card, I have more choices. Because the only card that Voss has that destroys hero ongoing cards is the Starship. No, the TCF Conqueror. It destroys a hero ongoing card at the start of the villain turn, so I would have 1 round to figure out what to do with the TCF Conqueror. But we do have a lot of ongoing cards now, so Savage Mana would be safe. Because it'd be a waste to build up Savage Mana only for it to be destroyed by a card effect. So let's Galvanize, just because I like damage. And we draw the Legacy Ring! Yes! Alright, that was nicely timed. I can now play that, and then I can do the Motivational Charge shenanigans. No, I do not need to draw 2 cards, especially because of the Dominion shenanigans. And I think I am going to play Dominion again because I like cards. I think ultimately, here's what we're going to try to have happen, alright? We're going to build up so many cards in my hand that Haka of Battle, I could use to discard so many cards to increase the next damage dealt by Haka by like 30. And then Savage Mana deals a lot of damage. All the cards under this card is destroyed, deal that damage times 2. So like if there are 15 cards under that card, times 2 is 30, plus 30 from Haka of Battle, we can essentially one-shot Voss. Like this game doesn't really seem like it's too hard, so I don't think I need to really worry too much about setting that up. I could put out Punish the Weak, and then I can more effectively use Savage Mana. Yeah, I might just Punish the Weak, because I already have a Dominion out. I don't need to double up on Dominions. I don't need to Vitality Surge, we're fine on HP. I don't need to Enduring Intercession, because I don't have Talmoko still, but I have Stealth Bot that can help with making sure the environment doesn't mess me up. Yeah, so it's either Dominion or Punish the Weak, and I think I'm going to Punish the Weak just to help with Taiaha. So now the order of operations matters slightly. It sort of doesn't matter because even with the -1, I can still take out the Amphibious Chupacabra, but we might as well maximize our damage. So we'll hit the Quark Drive Translocator first, This gets another +1 because of Punish the Weak, so now this is 6 melee. That damage was doubled thanks to all the pluses. I can put that under Savage Mana, and then I can hit the Amphibious Chupacabra and put that one under Savage Mana. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. I messed that up. This is why you should pay attention to what's going on. We have the Autonomous Blade under Haka, so the first time Haka deals damage, the Autonomous Blade acts. I had that hit the Chupacabra, which is slightly bad because it doesn't go under Savage Mana. It was destroyed by the Autonomous Blade, it was not destroyed by Haka. But that's okay, because I can hit Voss instead now. We draw another Enduring Intercession because the environment card was destroyed, but I can hit Voss for 6, so it's not that bad. Ordinarily I would probably rewind, but because this is a weekly one-shot, I can't rewind because I would lose my mint. But we draw an Elbow Smash that deals damage as a one-shot. So the Mongolian Deathworm comes out. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals to 2 targets other than itself with the highest HP, 3 melee damage and 3 toxic damage, then shuffle this card into the environment deck. So let's see what happens now. So Voss plays a Forced Deployment. When this card is destroyed, take all of the minion cards from the villain trash and put them into play. At the start of the villain turn, destroy this card. There's only 1 minion in the trash. Do you remember which one that is? It's the Genebound Shock Infantry. So when the Forced Deployment is destroyed, the Genebound Shock Infantry is going to come into play. There would be way more minions if they weren't under Savage Mana. These are all the minions that would otherwise be coming into play, but because of Savage Mana, they're not. Alright, so Cosmic is considered to have the highest, so we'll do that. And this is hitting Bebot because Bebot's the lowest. If I don't redirect this, I could destroy Unforgiving Wasteland, and then I don't need to worry about the environment plays as much. I could also use it to destroy Forced Deployment immediately, but honestly, I don't really... It doesn't matter. So no, we're gonna let Bebot get destroyed, and now I can destroy Unforgiving Wasteland. Or no, hold on. Again, Unity deals 1 target 2 projectile damage. So, do I want the Mongolian Deathworm to act? The issue is, if I keep it in play, then I'm gonna lose a +1 on Haka. In fact, it's gonna be 2 fewer damage to Voss. On the other hand, if I hit it with this, then I could have Taiaha take it out. Yeah, so it's either this or other things. Yeah, I think we'll hit the Mongolian Deathworm with this. And then we will destroy the Unforgiving Wasteland. Another environment card was destroyed, so Haka draws another card. And here we are. Alright, so... I don't have another Cosmic Crest in my hand. And I don't have a means of destroying something just to put it back into play. There are so many cards here that are going to force me to destroy constructs, and I don't want to do them just yet. If an environment card comes out, I'm going to basically have to hit it with Haka instead of hitting Voss, which is probably fine. So yeah, I will draw 2 cards. We get a Cosmic Weapon and an Augmented Ally. Out comes the Horrid Skunk Ape. So this one is the one that we could use to redirect to Stealth Bot, and then this would hit Voss, as well as the Mongolian Deathworm, but I don't need to worry about that one. Alright, so I have an Augmented Ally and a Cosmic Weapons. The Cosmic Weapon would grant an additional power to a hero. This is weaker than Taiaha. This only deals 1 target, 3 damage, instead of 2 targets, 3 damage. But it is energy damage, and if a ship comes out, like the TCF Conqueror or the TCF Stalwart, these cards are immune to melee damage, and so Haka isn't normally able to hit them. But But we could get Haka to hit him if he has the Cosmic Weapon. But instead, I think I'm going to put the Augmented Ally out, because then I could use it to have Haka use his base power in addition to Taiaha. And if I get Mare at some point, I could use that instead of his base power, and then he draws an additional card, and then Augmented Ally pays for itself. But Haka is going to keep drawing cards because of Dominions, so we're not worried about cards on his side, so we'll put out the Augmented Ally on Haka. And constructs are at max HP, so let's go ahead and look at the top card of my deck again. It's an unflagging animation. At the end of your turn, Captain Cosmic deals himself 1 irreducible psychic damage. At the start of your turn, you may move 1 construct card from your trash into play, and then you may destroy this card. I like this card if Cosmic doesn't have damage boosts. He does hit himself, and the damage is irreducible, and it's not energy damage, so he will take the damage. But at the start of his turn, he could take any construct from his trash and put it into play. So he could keep getting, you know, it's a free construct play outside of your hand too. But we were sort of hoping to keep Cosmic as the highest HP hero for the sake of Voss hitting him, and so the energy damage not having any effect. But we do have the Vitality Conduit on Cosmic, and we are doing pretty well on HP, and we have Motivational Charge. We lost Khan's Bunker, but it's going to come back eventually. See, I think I'm going to put this in play. It's going to hit me for 3. But that's okay. I don't have any reaction damage out. So we'll do that. We draw another Cosmic Weapon. And now I hit myself. Oh, I could redirect it to Stealth Bot. No. I could also, if we have... No, actually, no. We can't redirect it to Legacy. Never mind. If I had, what's the card that Legacy has? Heroic Interception makes hero targets other than Legacy immune to damage, so then Cosmic wouldn't take that damage, but it's okay. And it's really nice because now I can decide between Energy Bracer or Dynamic Siphon. So do I want to draw 2 cards? Let's see. I have the Supply Crate still. And... what's the max HP here? It's 9. So I think, yeah, we already know what Legacy's going to play, so what would Unity play? She would not play Powered Shockwave because we want the environment targets to be hit by Haka. We have a Brainstorm, and the Supply Crate's going to draw us 2 cards. So we're going to get 4 cards already, so I don't need to do this. So currently I believe I don't need... I can just hit Voss with this, that's fine. And now I could destroy this to draw 2 cards, so I will. You get a Scrap Metal. At the end of your turn, either take 1 Mechanical Golem from play back into your hand or destroy this card. At the start of your turn, you may play a card if you do destroy this card. So this card is good for pulling back Mechanical Golems that you expect to have destroyed. And then at the start of your next turn, you can put it back into play, or some other Mechanical Golem, but when it comes back into play, it's at max HP, so that's nice. We have the Scrap Metal, we have another Brainstorm, and now Supply Crate's gone. So now I can use the Brainstorm again. We draw Hasty Augmentation and a Scrap Metal. So this is going to do 3 damage, so this is up to 3 targets, so I can hit everything. It's not going to destroy them, so Haka is still fine with that. And then that one. So now one other play. So I don't have an equipment other than Scrap Metal. I could play Scrap Metal, destroy it, and get B-Bot in play. But I don't think I need to, because unless I take out B-Bot and have Forced Deployment go off. If that's my plan. So if that's my plan, I would have to hit it maybe with Motivational Charge? And then I could get the minion under Savage Mana. I could do that. So I'll play the Scrap Metal. I'll destroy the Scrap Metal. This will put B-Bot in play. We draw a Raptor Bot and a Volatile Parts. I do not need to draw 2 cards. So Legacy Ring, and now I can Galvanize. I didn't actually read Legacy Ring. Legacy Ring says you may use an additional power during your power phase. So now I have 2 powers, so I can Motivational Charge. And if I hit B-Bot, I can destroy Force Deployment, and then it will go off immediately. It will pull the Genebound Shock Infantry, and then I can have Haka destroy it. So that seems wise. So we'll hit the B-Bot. And we will not redirect it to Stealth Bot. This is 5 damage that could have gone to Voss, but I think I like playing this game of Savage Mana. I mean, at this point, we might even be able to take out Voss like the next turn if I focus damage on him. This destroy Force Deployment. So you can actually destroy cards under Savage Mana because they are environment cards, they just lack text. But we'll destroy Savage Mana. Or not, we'll not destroy Savage Mana, we'll destroy Force Deployment. It's not, I don't want to destroy Savage Mana, are you kidding me? Alright, Shock Infantry's out. And now all these cards regain 1 HP. A lot of constructs that are at max HP, and a lot of mechanical golems that are at max HP, so a lot of these texts just aren't going to say anything other than already at max HP, but at least we're doing well. This is a really straightforward game. We get another Legacy Ring, so I could have Unity destroy it to get a bot in play, but I don't think we're going to do that. Do not need to draw 2 cards. I can discard a card to use a power immediately. So let's discard one of those Enduring Intercessions, since I don't need those as much. And I could either Crush or Taiaha. And I want to save Taiaha for last, though I don't think it really matters that much. We'll use Crush first, since that will take out the Mongolian Deathworm. And so that is destroyed. Actually, I should have taken out the Shock Infantry first, because that would have destroyed it as well, but especially because the Autonomous Blade is going to act. We'll put Mongolian Deathworm under Savage Mana. Dominion lets me draw a card like the Haka Restoration, and now the Autonomous Blade goes off. So I should have had to destroy the Shock Infantry, so we lose a -1, but that's fine. This is still 3 damage. It's important that I paid attention to, like, at least I paid attention to that one. I didn't hit the Skunk Ape, stupidly. So if I put out the other Dominion, I can draw an additional card. If I use Elbow Smash, I can hit Voss this turn. By first hitting the Skunk Ape and then the Shock Infantry and then Voss with Taiaha. So yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this. Hit the Skunk Ape for 6. And then we can put this Skunk Ape under Savage Mana. And we draw Punish the Weak. Now I can use Taiaha to hit the Shock Infantry. And we put the Shock Infantry under Savage Mana. And yes. And then I can hit Voss with this. 6 damage to Voss. And we draw a Vitality Surge. Alright, so Rat Beast comes out, so he's gonna hit the non-environment with the second highest. That's gonna be Legacy, that's fine. Or I could redirect it, but I won't. Alright, Genebound Psyweaver. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each hero target 2 Psychic. So this is gonna destroy whatever we hit with Voss. This... Actually, I guess, well, the Psyweaver could save it, I guess. I don't need to worry about that. It's not hitting Cosmic because Cosmic dealt himself damage. He's no longer the highest. But now this will hit someone. And if this hits Haka, we could take out the Psyweaver immediately. Or sorry, if this hits the Dynamic Siphon, then Haka can use a power. So... no. Haka can use a power. So we can use Taiaha to hit the Genebound Psyweaver first. And we can put the Psyweaver under Savage Mana, but in particular it's destroyed so it doesn't act. So that's good. Now the question is, do I want to bother with the Rat Beast? Actually I do. because this is Autonomous Blade. Autonomous Blade hits the Rat Beast, and then Taiaha will destroy the Rat Beast and puts it under Savage Mana. So put the Rat Beast under Savage Mana. There's now 13 cards under Savage Mana, and we draw another Elbow Smash. So now Voss is naked, and the environment is naked. I want to draw 2 cards. I would if I were planning on Haka destroying more things. It's just going to be a little bit harder to be able to ensure that. I think it's just going to be better to just straight up hit Voss if I'm going to do anything. And I do have cards that I could play, so no. Put a card into play. So we already have a Dynamic Siphon on Haka, and we have a Cosmic Weapon in our hand that I was thinking of playing. So let's see. So if I play Conservation of Energy, then the destructive response will go off. I could use this to destroy Cosmic Crust, because I'm not going to be using that anymore. Vitality Conduit, I'm not going to use that, or need that. I probably want to keep the Autonomous Blade. Augmented Ally is useful, and Dynamic Siphon as well. So, actually Dynamic Siphon's lowest. I don't have another one in hand. Bummer. And there's no way I can just ping it because I have too many +1s. So I could destroy it, and then I could destroy 3 cards with Conservation of Energy, which let me play 4 cards. So I could put the Cosmic Weapon. Like I could put both of them on Legacy, although I think probably a +1 is better. I don't know. I could put, well, 1 on Haka I think is good, and then 1 on Legacy to replace Motivational Charge. If you can't figure out what I'm doing, if you can't figure out what I'm trying to set up, I'm trying to destroy Voss this turn, or this round. Wounding Buffer is not going to help with that. Potent Disruption, destroy one construct, deal damage, or Construct Cataclysm. And then what's in my trash? We have, oh, we do have another Dynamic Siphon. But the Energy Bracer is not going to be useful, and we have enough Cosmic Weapons. So let's think. So if I destroy the Dynamic Siphon, that has 2 HP. I have another one with 4 HP here I could put into play right now, and then I have one that I could ping, if I can ping it somehow. Actually, if I put it into play right now, then Destructive Response would ping it. And I could also ping Cryobot with this, and then hit Voss. So yeah, let's put the Dynamic Siphon on Haka again. Because I think Taiaha does more damage than Legacy is capable of, right? Well, no, he has Surge of Strength. So we have Inspiring Presence, Surge of Strength, and Galvanize. That's +3 to Legacy. Motivational Charge is 2 +3. On the other hand, Taiaha has Galvanize and Inspiring Presence, as well as Punish the Weak, so that's 6. So we can go ahead, and I can also, I can use it to destroy a Mechanical Golem, although the -1's not going to let him do that so much. Savage Mana doesn't discriminate between hero targets, villain targets, or environment targets. I could put Mechanical Golems under Savage Mana, but oh, we have an hasty augmentation. Oh man, this is gonna be sick. Okay. Yeah, we'll put this under Haka. He's going to do the most damage right now. Do I want to destroy Unflagging Animation? Let's say no. In case I'm wrong. But now, Conservation of Energy. Destroy any number of constructs, and then I can play cards. So up to however many cards. So, let's see. So, I do want to get Cosmic Weapon on Haka, because that's better than his Crush. And I want a Cosmic Weapon on Legacy because that's better than Motivational Charge. I think Unity's going to try to draw cards. In fact, well, Ancient Library might mess this up a bit, though. Although with Powered Shockwave, I don't know, this is villain target. Unity's gonna play Powered Shockwave. And ideally gets the Raptor bot in play somehow. So let's see. So 2 cosmic weapons is what we want to do. The first time I destroy something, the destructive response will go off, and then the dynamic siphon that we have on him right now, that is at 4, could be hit with that, and then I don't need it anymore because I won't be able to hit it anymore. So I could then destroy it. I don't know that I would want to do that though. Potent Disruption, destroy 1 construct, and then deal damage equal to the HP of the destroyed +1. That's better than Construct Cataclysm. Because after I hit Cryobot, this would the deal up to X targets 3 energy each would then destroy Cryobot. Whereas Potent Disruption could deal 5 damage. So 2 cosmic weapons, a Potent Disruption, I think. I could also play Wounding Buffer and then destroy it. Although I think that wastes a play. And I don't want to destroy Construct Cataclysm. Or I don't want to play Construct Cataclysm because that will destroy all constructs. And I don't want to play the Conservation of Energy number 2. So let's see. So 2 cosmic weapons and a Potent Disruption is 3 cards. So I need to destroy 2 constructs. And they could both be the dynamic siphons, I guess. So Conservation of Energy. So first the dynamic siphon with 2 because we can't use it right now. Construct card was destroyed, so now Captain Cosmic deals up to 3 targets 1 energy each. So first Voss, because he's naked. And then Cryobot, and not redirect it. And now Cryobot will hit Voss for another 3. And then I can hit the Dynamic Siphon on Haka. That's... oh, nope. Immune to energy. Rip. If I had destroyed... if I had destroyed the Cosmic Crest, I would be able to hit it, but I can't. So I'm not going to do that. Nothing else benefits from being hit. So I won't. If I had destroyed the Cosmic Crest first, I would be able to hit him. Unfortunately, I don't think I can hit him now. Unless... nope, I can't. Construct Cataclysm doesn't discriminate. I could play the second Conservation of Energy. Nope, but Destructive Response already went off, so I can't do that. I could still destroy 1 construct, deal damage. So I still need to destroy 2 constructs in order to do that, and then the third one would have... I'd be destroying a third one after that, so... I'm gonna get rid of the Vitality Conduit. Now I've destroyed 2 cards, so now I can play 3 cards. So, Cosmic Weapon on Legacy, Cosmic Weapon on Haka, and then Potent Disruption to destroy 1 construct, so we'll destroy the Cosmic Crest. And now if I could have Destructive Response go off, I can hit the Dynamic Siphon now. And this is 5 plus 2, 47. Not bad. Now let's look at the top card of my deck. We're now in my power phase. That was my play phase, my power phase. Play this card next to a hero target. The first time the target deals damage, each turn this card deals 1 target 2 energy. I'm going to go ahead and put this on Haka again. And Harsh Offense. And I'm not going to redirect that. So let's see. So I don't think I want to draw these cards. I could Brainstorm and hit the Dynamic Siphon. Yeah. And then I could Powered Shockwave. I have a Raptor bot I would like to get out. I'm not sure that I have an equipment I can sacrifice. I mean, I guess I could sacrifice Taiaha. I would lose 1 point of damage, but then Raptor Bot does more damage, so yeah, that's probably better. So Brainstorm and then Power Shockwave is probably the better order of things. So she does not need to draw 2 cards. In fact, that will mess up Punish the Weak. So no. And then Turret Bot hits Voss. And then Brainstorm. We draw a Flash Forge and a Supply Crates. I can hit Voss. And then I can hit Cryobot again to hit Voss again. And then I can hit the Dynamic Siphon that I didn't hit the last turn. This is actually a little bit better because now the 2 Autonomous Blades will go off. Nope. So Haka can use a power. If I use Savage Mana now, I think, yeah, we're going to win the game this turn. This is better than using Tie-Hawk, because I'm not going to be able to build up any more cards. So we're going to go ahead and use Savage Mana now. So we're going to use Savage Mana. The choice here doesn't matter, but each time an environment card gets destroyed, Haka's going to draw a card. First, we're destroying the villain targets, because Choose Forming goes for villains first in alphabetical order. And now we're on environment cards, so each Dominion lets Haka draw a card. Up, so we get a Haka of Battle, but that's not going to be used. One card away from where we wanted it to be, and then there's the Mirror. Taumoko, another card I was hoping to have in order to play Enduring Intercession. Another Taumoko. Another Punish the Weak. And this does 29 damage. Yeah, so Haka has almost half his deck in his hand. But Savage Mana now hits Voss for 29! And now we're going to win with the Autonomous Blades. We're not even going to be able to have the Powered Shockwave and Raptor Bot shenanigans. But hey, that was a fun game. A mint. It would have been near mint had I decided to undo that bad action, but didn't need to worry. That was the Haka game. And that was a really, really, really easy game. As I say that, however, I am sure that there's going to be at least 5 to 6 different people that are not going to be playing Savage Mana and are going to complain about that on the Steam forums. They'll be like, wow, that was a rough game. When the first Forced Deployment came out, I didn't have the means of destroying all the minions, and then the second one came out after I destroyed all of them. I finished in a near mint. Captain Cosmic was my last surviving hero at 3, and I would have died if it went one more turn. I fully like I sometimes find these matches easy, but it's more because I am familiar enough with the decks in the game to know what are good combos. And I mean, I was at least able to guess what the theme of this match was, even before we started playing. Because didn't I say, before I hit start game, that Haka was going to draw a Savage Mana in his opening hand, and it was going to be set up for Haka to destroy a lot of things and put them under Savage Mana, and that is indeed what happened. I guess I could have, like, sacrificed more of the constructs and mechanical golems to be put under Savage Mana. Because this is, like, Cosmic and Unity are the 2 heroes currently that have the most hero targets. Is that correct? Are there other heroes? I believe there aren't. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. The only other hero I believe that has hero targets in their deck is Visionary with Decoy Projection. So if we really wanted the maximal Savage Mana, then we would probably want to replace Legacy with Visionary or make this a 5-hero match, but oh well. Fun game, fun times. I hope whoever plays this doesn't have a bad time with it. It was fun. We didn't catch them all. Because I wanted the mint, but I'm sure there's you can certainly just keep the match prolonged enough to the point where every single card that is a target that isn't a character card is under Savage Mana, and then you can probably single shot Voss with it. In fact, let's take a look. Let's take a look. So how many targets does Cosmic have? 3, 6, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23. 23 targets. That is a lot by himself. Unity has 3, 4, 5, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cards. I already forgot what Cosmic had. I know it was over 20. So there's at least 34 targets there. 34 times 2 is 68. I know that Final Wasteland has 12 targets. I know that off the top of my head because I also know that Final Wasteland has only 3 non-target cards, and they came out in the first 3 card plays of the deck. We had the Ancient Library, the Khan's Bunker, and the Unforgiving Wasteland. So 12 there, plus the 30 or so from the heroes is 50 or so. So Savage Mana at that point would then deal over 100 damage. But whatever. If we don't want to just destroy our friendlies, we have the 12 in the environment deck, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22. So 22 plus 14 is 36. Times 2 is 78. So that is not enough to take out Grand Warlord Voss, even if we factor in Galvanize, Inspiring Presence, and Punish the Weak. But if we were to put some friendlies underneath Savage Mana, then we could single-shot Voss. And that might be what you would want to do, you know, honestly. I mean, if there's a match in which you could do that, this would be the one. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you enjoyed this one-shot yourself if you are going to play it in the future, or enjoyed it already and you're watching this after having already won. Or hope that you will enjoy it if you already played it, lost, and you watched this for the tips. Anyway, this is Lou Dolphin signing off. Good night.